Hi, my name is Michelle Green, and before I get started with this audit, I want to give you a brief introduction of myself. I got started in internet marketing around the year 1999, 2000. Attended a workshop and have been doing it ever since. I've always been pretty business minded, so the idea of starting an online business was always something that sounded like a good thing to me, and got in. Started learning about marketing and building websites and things of that nature. So that's kind of always been my niche. Now I'm more on the consulting end of it. Currently, I am a consultant to a pest control company here in the Dallas area. And one of my biggest accomplishments was helping to take their company um, up to an 800% increase in sales. Um, this is a this is a chart from their actual sales data, and I was hired in February of 2010. Okay, now they started their online company in 2009, and their sales didn't get any higher than $10,000 in annual sales. Now I started in February of 2010, which is right here where you see this arrow says the month I started, and it was pretty much basically the same level of income when I got there. And um, by May, which was only like 3 months away, they hit record highs. They hit the $50,000 mark, and then they got even higher in August. And even when it goes down for the slow period of the year, because this is a pest control company, so and when it starts to get towards the fall and the winter, the sales decline naturally. But yet, even at the decline, it was still much higher. The sales were in the 40,000, 30,000, 20,000s, whereas the previous year, the sales at that time were probably about $5,000, $6,000. So I was able to help increase this company's sales by about 800%. And that's something that I'm very proud of. I don't take all the credit. There was a team in place, and everybody had something to do with it. But I do take credit where it's due, and so I'm very proud of the fact that I was able to come in and help them get that. And this is a lot of this is organic sales. So, and that's my specialty. So that's kind of what I want to help you do. I want to basically show you what I did with them so that you can do that for yourself. And looking at your website here, organicwebs.com, it's actually pretty well built. It's got a lot of the SEO taken care of and in place. I do have some suggestions for you, so that's what I'm going to get into right now. I want to start with the primary keyword. I think that a good word for you to go for would be small business web designs. Web designs, it's a good keyword to have. However, ideally, it's not very practical because that word is so competitive. So you really need to go for a long tail keyword, and I think small business web designs is a little bit easier to go for than just web designs. And actually, I think it'd be a good idea for you to go for a lot of other terms, but you need sort of another platform to be able to target these keywords, perhaps a blog or something like that can help you to create posts that target certain keywords. So if I were you, I would add a blog to this site and then go after different keywords. For example, small business website for a cake designer, small business website for a massage therapy. Basically, go after these little niches. But the only way you'll be able to do that is to be able to create a different page for each keyword that you want to target. So I think a blog would be a good platform to go about doing that. Your links, according to backlinkwatch.com, your links you have close to 3,000 links, which is good, but for the niche that you're in, the competitiveness of it, it's not nearly enough. So you definitely want to keep on continuing to build those links. And like I said, start to focus that anchor text on a small business web design instead of just the general web designs. And then also go after some of these other long tail keyword web design niche keywords as well. Okay. The copywriting, I think it's okay, but I think that you need to focus more on benefits and also simplify some of the wording on the site because it's too complicated for someone coming in who doesn't have a lot of internet marketing knowledge. So you kind of want to tone things down just a little bit, make it a little bit easier for them to read, make it more straightforward. All right. Your call to action on the custom services page, your call to action, it's actually there after each service, but I think you should change the wording from request proposal to something like request a quote. I think that word is more recognizable to people. A lot of people see request proposal, they probably won't know what that means, and therefore they won't click on it. So you do have a call to action on the customs page. However, on the premium website and the evolution website pages, you really don't have a call to action anywhere. And so once people get done reading this, they're not going to know what to do. You do have this link over here that says work with us, but they're not going to know what that means. So I recommend you put a link right at the end, just like you did on the other page that says request a quote, or if you're going to keep the request or proposal, that's good. I also see that you do have a list building mechanism. You have an opt-in form, but it's at the bottom. I recommend you put that above the fold, put it right at the top. Your list is going to be everything. If you can get people on your list, you're going to get a whole lot more signups. But with it being so far down the page where a lot of people don't get to, you're not going to see as many signups as you otherwise would. I also see that you have Facebook integrated in here, which is good. It's a good viral feature to have. So overall, the site is really built well. It does take into account a lot of the SEO. You have your H1 tags. You have your keywords scattered. Even on your off-page SEO, you've got anchor text pointing to different pages, not just the home page. So overall, I think the site is built really well. I'd say the biggest areas of concern would be the ad copy and probably the call to action, getting people to take action, but being more specific about what actions you want them to take. One more thing that I did want to mention about the proposal page is maybe clarify exactly what exactly they need to expect. What are they going to see on this proposal after they submit a proposal? What's going to happen? If you can kind of eliminate some of that ambiguity, you might get more people to go ahead and request a quote. Okay, so overall, like I said, the site is built really well. It looks good. It's easy on the eyes. One of the main things is obviously going to be link building, so you do want to continue to do that. And I did recommend some services for you. I do recommend some of those services. Also, the automated services such as Social Adder. These are things that you can pay a monthly fee for. You can put your links in there once, and they're going to build links for you as long as you continue to be a member. So it sort of automates some of this for you, and you're not having to do it yourself, which is important because you're going to be spending your time building sites and looking into other avenues as opposed to spending your time link building or outsourcing it. It's much cheaper. So, thanks for requesting this audit. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, be sure to get in touch with me. Bye.